Hello, good evening to you all. Today is our day 6 of this 3-month Data Analytics Bootcamp 2.0. Like I said, this bootcamp will last for 3 months, and today is our day 6. Like always, we start by showing our outlines. That is what we are to cover for the day. So today we are going to cover these following outlines. We'll have a recap on what we did yesterday, and we'll have a practical session on simple arithmetic. Then we'll also talk about average, percentage change, and we'll discuss about percentage increase and percentage decrease. That's what we are going to discuss today. So I think today we are going to renew this class. Don't worry, I'll send the link, then we'll kind of renew it, because 40 minutes, I don't think it will be enough for us. Yeah, so you should get ready, please. We are going to have a practical, but I'll explain a little bit on what we did yesterday. I'll just have a simple recap on what we did yesterday. If you can recall, yesterday we discussed about average and formula. Formula and function. That's what we discussed yesterday. I've told you what is formula and what are functions in Excel. So we also discussed about simple arithmetics, which we already knew them, are the plus, minus, division, multiplication. We all discussed about that yesterday, 4 of them. So today we are going to have practical of them, and we'll also talk about average, percentage, then percentage change and percentage increase or decrease. That's what we are going to do. So without talking much, I'm going to open my Excel so that we will start the practical. Okay. Let me open my Excel file, please. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, I don't know if you can all see my screen. Please let me know. Can you all see my screen, please? Okay. So okay. So now let's start with plus. So I'm just going to call it sum. I'm going to call it sum or addition / addition. I'm just going to put it here. Then here I'm going to create division. Here I'm going to create subtraction. Here multiplication. I think this is what we are going to cover. So let me just create it like this. Let me do it like this. So I'm going to highlight this all. Then I'll put the border. Let me see all border like this. So these are what we will do. So let me just do it like this. Okay. So now we have male and we have female. Let's say we have males and we have females. So these are the males and these are the females. Let's say this is name of I can just say state. But I'm not going to write any state because it's almost 20. We are going to write about 20 states. It will take some time. So forget about the name. So I'm just going to do it like this. We have this. So for you to get the total, if you want to get the total by each state, okay, I'll just say state A, state B, state C. For example, or I can just say state one, for example, then I will just drag it. You see, I'll just drag it. It will just create state 1, state 2, up to state 20 for me. So I have state 1, state 2, state 3, up to state 20. So we want to get the total of each state. We are going to use sum. That is addition. We're going to use addition to get that. In Excel, take note of this. Whenever you are going to use formula or function, you start by writing equal sign. You start by writing equal sign. We all know what equal sign is. If you click on it, it's going to be like this. You'll see plus on your keyboard. There is plus on your keyboard. Just click on it, because equal sign is under, plus is on top of it. So when you click equals the key, it will bring equal sign for you. So I don't know, most of you, I know you learn about keyboard, so you should learn about keyboard. So let me, in brief, let me tell you what keyboard is all about. The keyboard that you are seeing in front of you is that any key that you see on top, you cannot use that key that is on top, because there are certain keys with two characters or two alphabets or two something in under it. So any key on the keyboard that has two numbers or alphabet or characters on it, then the top one cannot be used unless you hold shift key on your keyboard and you click on it. That where the top one will work. But the one that is bottom one, that is the one that is under, you don't need to hold shift. All you need is to click on it, then the under one will work. So if you look at this equal sign key, you will have plus and equal sign in one place. So when you click on it, then definitely the equal sign will come, because the equal sign is the under one, is the bottom one. But if you want to use plus, then you need to hold shift and click on the same key where you see equal to and plus, then it will work. So let's continue. So now we want to get the total of this male and female. That's what we are going to get. So in order for us to get that, we are going to put equal sign. Then we click on, we need to know the name of the cell where this total of state 1 for male is. So if you look at it, is under C2. So I can click on it without just, without writing the name C2, or I can just write C2, then it will do the same thing for me. So if I write C2, you see, it just highlighted in a color, it gave it a blue color. As you can see, it's the same thing that for me to come here, hover over with my cursor and click on it will do the same thing for me. It will bring C2 here for me. What this means is that you are seeing equals to whatever is in C2. So no need to be 9,188. If I delete it and put anything, it will give me anything. So when you put C2, you are saying that whatever is in C2, you are going to add it with whatever you want in D1. So I'm going to put plus. I've shown you how to put the plus sign. So I'm going to click plus. Then I will click the second one, which is male. Then I will click on it, or I will write D2 by myself, and I press enter. So now I just put the two cells together. That is C2 plus what? D2. So I ask it to add whatever is in C2 plus whatever is in what? D2 for me. So now if I press enter, it will give me the total of what is in C2 and what is in D2. So I press enter. That's where we got the total. The total is 12,346. And take note on this, once you get these two, you are done with the rest. You are done with the rest. The only thing you need to is drag. You can just double click. When you come here to drag, if you want, you can double click. If you don't want, just drag it down. I've already told you how to do dragging. If you drag it up till down and release it, it's going to get the total of each and every one of them for you. You don't need to repeat it by yourself again. Or you can just do it by just click here, double click. When you double click, automatically it will highlight everything for you. And I highly recommend, if you can try it, try to double click, because that double click will help you to highlight a lot of unless you have empty cells, that where it's going to stop. Please take note on this. So when you have empty cell, it will break, it will not go down. So that's what it will do for you. So sometimes it's good for you to drag it up till the end, especially when you have empty cells in the data, so that it will not break, so that you will not get an incomplete total of the data. So you should take note on this. You can drag or you can double click. But when you reach a stage where you learn the cleaning of data, removing a lot of things, you can double click. But for now, drag, please. For now, just keep dragging up till you reach the end. Don't worry about the time it will take you to do so. Just drag it up till you reach the end, because if you didn't drag it, you are not going to get the correct total. Please take note on this. But when you reach a stage where you learn how to clean data, you clean everything, you can just double click. It will just do everything for you, because you remove all the empty cells and whatever. So this is how you would do the addition using this. There is something that I've told you yesterday. We have sum and we have addition. Now we use the addition. So let me show you how to use the sum. I've told you, you use that sum function when you have too many cells to add together. When you have too many cells to add together. So let's come down here. Let's say we want to get total here. Let's say we want to get total of all these. That is, we want to get total of all the males, total of all the females, and total of everything together. So for you to do that, then you are going to say equal sign again. Then you say sum. Now you will write sum and you open bracket the sum. So now, when you write the sum, you open bracket. What you are going to do now is you are going to do, there are two ways to do it. Either you highlight the entire cells, for example, from C2, you highlight it up till the end. That is, this is the end C21. From C2 to C21, then you close bracket and press enter. It will do the same thing for you. You see, it gives us the total. So let me just put it at the center. It gives us the total. Or what you are going to do, you can say, let me do it here. You can say equals to sum. Open bracket, you open your bracket. Then how to open bracket is shift 9 on the keyboard. You see it on your keyboard where open bracket is and close bracket is. Then under it, you see 9 and 0. I've already told you how to use keyboard, so I believe you know how to do it. So now you can, if you don't want, you don't need to highlight it. You can write the range. That is D2. Then this colon that you are seeing in front of L, there is this colon and semicolon. You will see them. You can hold shift and click on it. It will give you the colon. This colon in Excel, it means range. That is D2 range D21. You see, it automatically highlight D2 up till D21 for us because we put the range. So it's the same with highlighting it, and it's the same with, if you want, you highlight it. If you don't want, you select it or you write it by yourself. So it's the same thing. So, but I highly recommend you highlight it by yourself. Please just highlight it. It will help much so that you will not miss, you will not make mistake in writing this number. Because if you mistakenly, if the data is up to D 200,000, maybe you put D 200 and you stop there, or you put D 20,000, you stop there, then you will have incomplete total. Then it will be a mess at the end of the work. So you close the bracket, you press enter, then that's what you are going to get. This is a total of the what? Of the female. So now to get the total of everything, we're going to say equals to sum again. Now, let me tell you, I've already told you why we cannot use plus to do that, because I cannot say, okay, equals to this plus this plus this plus this plus. You see, for us to reach 20, yeah, it will give you the same result. But for you to get up to 20 records, you are tired. And what if you have 90,000 records? The rows are 90,000. How are you going to keep putting this plus, plus, plus until you reach the end? So it's something that, you know, there is no simplicity. And what the essence of using Excel to do the calculation? If you can put plus, plus, plus up till you reach 90,000 plus, I have no idea how somebody is going to do that. You can't do that. So all you need to is to put equals to, I'm just going to say E2 colon E21. Then I'll close my bracket and press enter. It will give me the total. Sorry, I have to put plus. Sorry. I have to sum. I say sum open bracket D2 colon okay, E2 colon E21 close bracket and press enter. Then it give me the total of this. So this is the total, and that's what I got. So this is it. Then I'll just do this. So this is it. I'll highlight it. I can add the border here for the total. I can bold the total to be like this. Then I can come up here also. You see, I bold it. I can come here also and bold it because it's total. Then I can bold it like this. Yeah, so this is something that you can all do. Yeah, you can all even highlight it. I can highlight it and change the color. If you want, please let me show you how to do that. You can change the color. You see under this yellow, just click on it and put the color, but where only you put the formula, that's where you will put this color. And please don't just go ahead and keep using these colors like kind of a blank check. Please try to use it, you know, in a very matured way. Don't use it as kind of your work will look like riot color or something like that. Just put anything you want so that it will just look different from the normal thing that you just did. Yeah, so that it will be different from the work. So I think you can go ahead and do that. So this is it. We did the sum. So I'm removing, sorry, I'm removing this, please. Yeah, it's going to be white where it is. So let's do work with the division. And also let me say something. You see, for this sum, I can add it myself. For example, let's say I want to add for example, I want to add this C2 plus 200, for example. I can say C2, or I can leave that to you. Please try as much as you can to do it. You can do it. Maybe C2, this C2 plus 200, how are you going to do it? Try and do it. Maybe it's part of your assignment tomorrow, so don't worry about that. So division. So for the division, we are going to, let's say, divide this total into 2. Let's say we are going to do that. So I'm just going to say equals to, then I'm going to take the total. That is E2 divided by 2. So I'm just going to put divide. So this forward slash, you see forward slash uh where what do you call it? Question mark is. That's where it is. Where question mark is. That's where this forward slash is. So when you put forward slash, then you put 2. That means E2 divided by 2. You press enter, then it will give you this. That is 600 and 6,170. All you need to is to drag it down. You see, I drag it up till the end like this. If I want, I can drag it till the end. It will do the same thing for me, including this, because it's going to say E22, that is this E22 divided by 2. It will do the same thing for me. You see, I got the same thing. It divided this into 2. So this is how it's going to be, and this is how it looks like. So so this is it. Now let's move to subtraction. So subtraction is to remove. We all know what it did is minus. So I'm going to subtract 2,000 out of each total. So I'm going to say equals to E2, that is the total. I'll click on it, E2 minus, that is in front of 0 from your keyboard, you will see it there. So I will say this minus 2,000. I'll write 2,000. I'll say this minus 2,000 like this. So you see, so if I press enter, it will minus 2,000 out of the total of any one. Then I will center it. I will double click. It will give me this. So that's for the subtraction. Then we move to multiplication. It's the same. We want to multiply, let's say this division, we want to multiply this division into 2. This we divided by 2. So let's multiply it into 2. So we are going to say equals to this, that is F2 where the division is, multiply asterisk, that is asterisk is the multiplication sign, asterisk, so that's where it is. So where it is, that where asterisk is. So I will say E2 asterisk 2. That is, we are multiplying it into 2. So that's it. So now if you press enter, it will give you the same total with the first total because we multiply it by 2, and that's exactly what we are going to get. So I'll just drop it down. Also here, I'll drop it down since we want it to be the same with the data that we have already. So this is it. And this is, okay, let me just highlight it and make it the same character times New Roman like this, then I'll make it 12. So this is it, and this is how I'll bold it, and this is how it is. We did the simple arithmetics together with you. So please, do you understand this? Because this is where we are going to stop with the simple arithmetic. We are done with it for now, and we are moving forward to average, percentage change, and percentage increase and decrease. So if you have anything, please, you can ask before we move on. If you have anything, you can ask before we move on. If you have any question, please, you can ask. If you don't, please, let's continue. Someone is asking, how do we get the total? I think you join us late, Divine. You joined us late. Total, we just add males and females. Yeah, we have males here, we have females, and we sum it. That we say C2 plus D2. That will give us the total here. So we sum it like this. That's the total. That's how we got the total. And if you watch the video, believe me, you will get to know how we come to this total. So like this is it. So let's move to uh average. Let's move to average. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got lost. My network has some, I don't know why. So let's continue. Let me share my screen. Can you hear me, please? All of you, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Okay, so let's continue. Let's talk about average. What is average? I've already told you, if you can recall yesterday, I've told you what is average, what average is, and I've told you the formula of average. Average is total sum divided by total count is average. That's the normal formula of average. But in Excel, there is a function for average. So you don't need to use the formula to get the average. Rather, you are going to use the function in order for you to get the average. But let me show you how we are going to get the average. Okay, when we say total divided by, that is total divided by total sum divided by total count, that's the average. So let's see how we can do it. So if you want to get the average of, let's say, the average of the entire sum, this is 189,000. Let me write it here. 189,753. That's the total. So we say total. Then count, total count. That is, we have the total sum now. The total count is 21 because we have 20 people. We have 20 people. So total count is 20. So now if we want to divide this, so I'm just going to use the formula. I can say equals to this total divided by 20. It gives us this 9,487. That's the average. So this is how you get the average. And if we want to get the average for each state, I can say, for example, equals to, this is the sum of the state divided by, you can't get, what is the this that you can, is 2 because we have 2 males and female. This is what will give you the average because this is the average of them, this and this. So if you use the function, you will get the same data. If you use the function, now we have 613. Let me write it here, 6173, for example. So let's use the normal average function to see if we can get the same data here. So this is the total of everyone. So we are going to highlight the total and get the average. So to get the average, you are going to say, for example, let me just write it here. Let me write it here and say average. Then we are going to get it here. Let me do it here. So we are going to say equals to average. Write the average. Equals to average, open bracket. Then we are going to highlight from this E2 to E20. That's where the data is. So I'm going to say E2 colon E20. You see, it highlights E21. Sorry, it's supposed to be E21. Yeah, that's where it stopped. So now if you press enter, it will give you the same 9,487.65. That's the average because I've told you total sum divided by total count is the average. So it got the average for us, including the rest. All these are the average that we got. It did it for us automatically, even though we don't need it, but it's okay. We get the average of all this division and whatever. We don't need it. I'm deleting it. So this is how you get the average. So if you want to get the average per state, you are going to say equals to average. You see, this is the average, open bracket, then you need to highlight the 2 because we only have 2 figures that give us the total. So now if I press enter, it gives us 6173 because total divided by total sum divided by total count is the average formula, and that's how you get the average. That's how you get the average. Please, you should take note on that. That's how you get the average. So that's average for you. If you want, for example, now you get the average for this state 1, you want to get the average of all the state. When you click on it, then you will get the average of all the state that we have. You see, this is the average of all the states, that is males and females divided by total divided by the males and females, that is 2. That's how it's going to be. So this is the average, and I hope you can try it. Please, total sum, don't forget this. Total sum divided by total count is the average formula. and you can use only the average function. All you need to is to write the average, open your bracket and highlight the range of the data, range of the data, range of the data, and you will get the average for you. It will get the average for you. So please, that's it, and that's where we are going uh, to stop in average. So let's move to percentage. So we have some few minutes to go. Let me see how many minutes left. Yeah, we have some few minutes to go. So I think what's going to happen is that if you have a question, you can ask. When we resume, we'll start the percentage. If you have a question, please, you can ask. When we resume, we'll start the percentage. Please, if you have a question, you can ask. When we resume, we'll start the percentage because some few seconds left now. If you have a question, you can ask. So we'll have a recess of 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you can rejoin. Oh, no, not 5 minutes. I'll send the link. You can just join through the link immediately. I'll send the link in the group. So you rejoin using the link. Okay, so I will drop the link now in the group so you can join. I'll drop the link now in the group. Okay, so now we are going to talk about percentage. That's what we are going to talk about, percentage. We're going to talk about percentage. Okay, here it is. So when we said percentage, we are talking about, I'm going to talk about the formula of percentage. Yeah, it's going to be specific. You can write it, please, so that you will not forget. Specific divided by total times 100. That's what percentage formula is to get the percentage. Specific divided by total multiplied by 100, that's the percentage. And that's exactly how every percentage works. So in Excel, of course, we are going to use the specific divided by total in Excel, but the times 100, but that times 100, we're not going to put it. There is percentage sign on top of here. You can see it here. So when you divide specific divided by the total, then you are going to click on this percentage, then it will put the percentage for you. So please take note on this right from the beginning. And how are we going to get it? Let's say, for example, now, we want to get the percentage of each state. Let's say we want to get the percentage of each state. So now we already have the total of each state. This is the total. So we want to get the percentage of each state. How do we get it? We are going to say equals to specific, that is specific total of a particular state, that is, let's say state 1, divided by what? Total. What is the total? This is the total. That is this 189,000 is the total. So we say specific divided by total. When we press enter, definitely it will give us this 000 point whatever it is. If you come here, you see this percentage that I've shown you, just click on it. It will give you 7%. That's the percentage of this state 1. Because this 12,300 346, 12,346 divided by 189,753 it will give you times 100, it will give you 7%. That's what you got. So now, let me show you something. You can increase the decimal places or you can decrease them. To increase, you see these signs, this one and this one, you see them. This one is to increase. If I click on it, okay, sorry, I'm not on the percentage. Let me click on it. I can increase it. So you see, I didn't round it up now. It gave me 6.51. But if I round it, I remove the this thing, you see, it gave us 7. But normally we need 2 decimal places in percentage every time. So you add it like this, it's going to give you this. So this is how you get the percentage. Please, if you understand it, let me see it in the chat. If you understand it, we move forward. Let me see it in the chat. Do you understand how we got it? Specific, just have this at the back of your mind. Specific divided by total times 100. That's it. No. So we have yes, 2 years, we have 2 no. 2 years, 2 no. So if what I want you to understand, please understand how the formula works. I say specific. What is the specific? We want to get the percentage of each state. Now, the specific of each state is our what? Is our space. The total of each state is our specific. That is total is the specific. Then specific divided by total. Now, the total is the total of all the states. What we got, that is the total of all the states. This is what we got now. So in order for you to get the percentage, now we have the total of each state. This is the total, and this is the specific. This is the total of all the state, and this is the total per each state. State 1, state 2, state 3, state 4, state 5, state 6. These are their specific, and this is the total. So if we want to get it, we are going to say, like I said, let me remove the percentage. Sorry. So I'm going to say equals to what is the specific per each state is this. If I want to get it for state, let's say state 5, I'm going to click the total of state 5 divided by the entire total, which is 189. If I click it here, it will give me another percentage. You see, it give me this. If I click on it, it give me 5%. If I increase the decimal places, it give us 5.47. That is specific for state 5. So now I said, if you want to get it for state 1, we are going to say this divided by this. Enter, it gives us this because we already put the percentage sign there. It gives us this. So there is something that I want to show you now. If you drag it down, it's going to give you error. Definitely it's going to give you error. That's what it's going to give you. Okay, I'm removing this average because definitely we are going to have it's the same error for all of them. It's going to give you error. Why? Let me explain this to you now. In Excel, when you are dragging, I've told you right from day 1 or day 2, when you are dragging, it's changing the number of cells for you. That is, now if you look at it, we have E2 and E22. If you move to the next one, it will be E3 and E23. The next one is E4 and E24. The next one is E5 and E25. It's changing. It's going the way you did it. That's how it's moving. It's changing. So now if you look at it now, okay, let me, all this one that we have is supposed to give us error because we have number. So if you look at it now, this, we said this E2 divided by this total, because the total is static. It's supposed to be static, but now is dynamic. Specific is dynamic. We're supposed to get this specific. We're supposed to move from E2 to move to E3. Yeah, that's how we want. To move to E4, E5, E6, E7. That's exactly how we want. But the total, we don't want to change the total. The total is the same because we want our percentage to be 100 over 100. So now take note on this. If I come here and click on this, we have E17. Of course, we want to move to E17. But what of E37? E37, we don't have anything in E37. That's how we get error. because it moves. When we drag down, it moves to this E37, and we don't want that. That is, now we don't want E17 or by E37. We don't have anything in E37. It's only E22 that we have data. So how are we going to do it? We need this E22 to remain static. We don't want it to change. When we drag, we want this E2, E3, E4 to change, but we don't want this one to change. That's what brings us down to learn how to lock a cell. Please write it down. How to lock a cell, locking a cell, to lock it. That is to put a security for the cell so that, not security, to lock that cell so that to put a padlock for it so that the cell will not change when you drag. It will remain that particular cell. That's what it means. So now, E22. So now what it is that if I lock it, I click on it here. If I lock it, all you need to, you can either click on it at the middle or you highlight it. Anyone you did is okay. But just click on it and press F4. F4 from your keyboard. F4. That is from the function keys that we have. Click on F4. Then it will create $sign before E and $sign after E. So it means it locks the column and it locks the row for you. This $sign is the sign of locking a particular cell. So now if I lock it here, it means it locks the column. That is the column to be J, E to be E. For example, because we are using E, the column to be E, I lock E, and the row to be 22, I lock 22. So that means E22 will not change now. I lock it. I put a padlock for E22. That's what this lock is. Now, if I press enter, now you see I got the percentage and everything before, and I press enter. All I'm going to do now is to drag. Now, if I drag it down, it will give me the percentage clearly up till the end. It will give me 100%. This is where our 100% is, because this means, you see, we did this E22, we have E22 divided by E22, then definitely it will give us 1 times 100, it will give us 100. So this is how we got the percentage clearly. It segregates the percentage into 20 states, and each state has its own percentage clearly. This is how you will get the percentage. So please, if you have any question, ask, or you can rewatch the video. I'm going to try it again for you so that you will learn how we did it again. I'm going to do it again for you. Don't worry, we are going to do it again. Let me delete everything. So now, how we do it, I said, specific divided by total, just equal to, this is the specific per state divided by total of all the states. Then I will click the total of the state. I press enter, it gives us this 0.0000. If I drag it now, it's going to give us arrow. Why? Because, okay, I didn't delete this. Let me just drag it down. I wanted to give us all the arrow because, yeah, we want the arrow. We want to have the arrow. So now you see we have the arrow. It's because we didn't lock this E22. I'll just click on it and press F4. Take note. If you press F4 on your keyboard and the $sign didn't come up, hold function key, that is FN. You'll see FN on your keyboard. Hold FN and press F4. It will work. FN and press F4. Even if it didn't work, I've told you how to do it. Come from to E, put the $sign before E. I can just put it myself so that I'll do it like that. I put $sign. After E, I put $sign. Sorry, I just pressed something. Sorry. I hold it and I put $sign. I put the 2. I press enter. Now I lock it myself. Then I will double click. Then it will give me all these 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 up till the end. Let me drag it down. Then it will give you 1 at the end. If I click on this percentage sign, then it will turn everything into percentage for us. And now I will increase the decimal places. It will give me this, and this is what I'm going to get for percentage. So this is how you get the percentage. So now let's move to percentage change. Percentage change. So for example, this percentage change, sorry, you will be hearing a lot of things related to it. Some people call it percentage change. percentage variance. Yeah, you will hear a lot of uh, 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 things to it. Oh, percentage difference. These are the things that many people call it. You'll hear it percentage change, percentage variance, percentage difference. You'll hear different names for it, but it's the same. You can get it the same. So now, what this percentage change means? This percentage change means sometimes when you have figures or numbers, or you have a data, or let's say you are selling something, maybe you buy something 200, you sell it 230, or maybe let me not talk about that. Let's say the price of something in 2021 is 2000, while in 2023 the price is 30,000. Please take note on that. The price is what I said is 30,000. So now between 20,000 and 30,000, of course, there is difference of 10,000. We know that by default. But what is the percentage between them? What is the percentage difference between the price in 20,000 in 2021 and 2023? What is the percentage difference? That's what this means. That's what this means. So now look at it here. If, for example, I'm going to change these males and females, I'm just going to make them 2021, like I said, and 2023. I don't care about how it looks like. We're just going to do it so that we'll know which one, or maybe I think, because definitely by default, we know that the price in 20 something is different from in 20 something. So let me just create another one. Okay, this and this. Okay, yeah. So let's use this. Let's use this multiplication. Let's change this to 2021, 2023. Yeah, let's change this. You see, because we add times 2 here, but here we minus 2,000, you see. So now definitely we have increase of 2,000 between this and this. So let's see how we get the percentage change here, or percentage difference, or whatever you want to call it, percentage variance. You can call it what anyone. So I will just say percentage change. How are we going to get it? The formula is as follows. You can write it down if you want. So now, this percentage, to get it, you are going to use the formula is like this. Let me write it here for you. Equals to, open bracket. I'm writing the formula for you. Or let me just say, the way the formula is, new minus old divided by old. New minus old divided by old. But this new and old should be in bracket. Can put them in bracket like this. So this is how you get the percentage variance. That is the percentage change, or the percentage difference. That's how you get it. This is the formula. So let's see how we get it now. Let's use it here. We are going to say equals to, because we are going to put the formula, definitely we know the formula, new divided by old. What is our new value? The new value is 2023. So we are going to say 2023 value divided minus, sorry, we put open bracket first. I told you, put open bracket, this new minus old. This is the old value. That is 2021 is our old value, 2023 is our new value. Then we close bracket. Then we divided by what? Old. We divided it by old. What is the old value? That is 2021. So we are going to put 2021 again. So that is H2 minus G2 divided by G2. Now, if we press enter, it's going to give us this. Let me put the percentage. 19% is the percentage change of the price between 2021 and 2023 of this particular, let's say, product. Maybe it's a product, not state. Maybe it's a product. This 19% is the percentage change between this. You can just drag it. Now we don't need to lock anything because we want to apply it for all of them. If you need, just drag it down, you drag it, it will just give you all the percentage change like this. Look at it now, understand something. We have minus 398. That is minus because we have minus 502 and it becomes over 1,400. That's why it gives us this. Because normally this is how it's going to give the percentage increase. You see this here, you see this. Let me show you something. If this is, for example, if this is 10,346 and I multiply this, for example, I said, okay, this times 2, definitely it will give us 100% change because it times 2 of the price of what it is in 2021 and in 2020. Maybe in 2021 we buy it 10,000 and in 2022 we sold it 20,000. So it's 100% change. That means it's increased. So if you look at it now, in price of a lot of things, products in Nigeria, if you calculate this percentage, you are going to get a very high percentage in this regard, and it's going to be kind of huge percentage difference between what is going on in Nigeria. Because if you buy something, if you are buying something 15,000, now it will be around 30, 35, 40 or something like that. So the percentage change is going to be kind of much and it's going to be big. So this is percentage change or percentage difference or percentage or percentage variance. So this is how you get it. I've told you equals to open bracket old minus new close bracket divided by old. That's the formula and that's how you are going to do it. I told you new minus old divided by old. It will give you this, but you need to put it inside bracket like this. That's what it will give you. The same thing if you put it inside bracket. So this is it, and this is where we are going to stop for this. We will move to percentage increase and percentage decrease. That's what we are going to talk about now. Increase and decrease. So let's talk about something. Sometimes you might have in your shop, for example, you did a kind of discount, because to get the percentage increase, let me just tell you this, we are not going to get confused. The percentage increase and percentage change is almost the same way to get the percentage increase. So it's the same thing. So you can hear percentage increase, percentage decrease, percentage difference, percentage change is all the same way of getting them. Please don't get confused. For example, I'm talking about the price. Let's say you have a shop, you have a price. Let's say this is old, or let's say this is old price. For example, I'm just changing the figure. This is old price, this is new price. It's 10,000, now it becomes 14, 13,000 like this. So you see, this percentage change, of course, is the percentage increase between the old price and new price. That's the percentage increase. That is 34%. That is 34% increase. So now I'm going to, the reason why I bring this percentage increase here is this reason. It means now you need to know this 34% that you have in your in the increase of the price, that normal price you need to buy, you used to buy it 10,000 and now you buy it at 13,432. So you need to know this percentage increase. How much is this 34,000? That's what you want to know. How much is this 34,000? How much is it? So what you are going to do is that you are going to multiply the percentage of 34,000 in your old price. It will give you the amount of that 34,000. And that's how you are that's the amount you are going to plus on top of your old price. Please take note on this. That's how you are going to calculate it. And I will give you a data related to how to extract the percentage of something. Let's say we are going to get, let's say 34%. We are going to get 34% of all the old price. We are going to get 34% of all the old price here. That's what we are going to get. So to get the 34% of all the old price, I'm going to say equals to old price multiply. Then you put multiplication and you write 34 and you put percentage sign. Multiply by 34% and you press enter. Sorry, I'll remove the percentage. We don't need percentage here. Then I'll make it to general. Then it will give you what? 3,400. 3,400 is the 34%. So now it means if I ask you to get a percentage of particular thing, or you can use this, anyone you want, the new price, the old price, 34%. Let's say this new multiplied by 34%. It gives us this 4,566. That's the 34% of all the new price. Maybe that's what you want to add on top of your old price. So if you plus it now, for example, equals to this old price, this old price plus this 34% that you get is going to give you this. Let me remove this. It's going to give you 14,566. If you minus it out of the price, you see that you are getting around 1,500 increase of everything that you are going to get. This is something I don't want to dwell in it. It has to do with business and other things, but don't worry. In the process, you will learn it as we move on. Please don't worry about this. I don't want us to go deep. So now, if I ask you to get the percentage of anything, know how to get the percentage. Now I ask you to get the percentage of 34% of the price. This is how you get it. That means you are going to say the price equals to this particular price multiplied by the percentage that I've told you. Write the percentage here by yourself. You write it, it will give you. If I said maybe you get 2% of that, then you put the 2% and you multiply, it will give you the 2%. So please, that's how you are going to do it. So I believe you understand this percentage change. Let me talk about percentage decrease. Percentage decrease. So this is percentage increase. Let's talk the percentage decrease. So now percentage decrease is the opposite of this percentage increase, is the opposite. For example, now you are selling a product, you are selling your products, and you want to make a discount. There's going to be a discount. You want to give a discount. So now what will happen is that I'm copying this, I'm pasting it. What will happen is that the normal price is this, but the discount price is this. Now you want to know the percentage decrease. Now you want to know the percentage decrease. That means you want to know what is the percentage of the discount that you give. That is to know the percentage. So in order for you to get that, the formula is, let me write it here for you also, is new divided by old minus 1. That's the formula. New divided by old minus 1. That's the formula of getting the decrease. So now we are going to say new equals to what is the new price? That is the discount price is this. Maybe it's during salary break or whatever break that you have. You are going to hold to know the percentage decrease that you offer to your people. So this is the new price. That is the discount price is the new price. New divided by the old price. That is the normal price is the old price. That is your normal price minus 1. Then you press enter. This is the decrease. So now look at it now. You have minus 26% is your percentage decrease. You remove 26%. Here you remove 62. Here you remove 79, 72, 69, 80. You see this, you even remove 80% discount. it shows that there is 80% discount for this particular product because you are selling it normal price 13,000, but now you are selling it 2,558. So this is how you get this percentage decrease. So you go ahead, you are going to see all this. These are the decrease of how you decrease the price of the product. This is 90% decrease. And that's why you are seeing all this Jumia will just say there is 99% discount or 30% discount, 20% discount. This is how they got to know how many percent they discounted out of the normal price of their goods. So you see now you discounted this. And if you want to get the amount, I've already told you want to get the amount of that you discounted, you're just going to say equals to maybe this multiplied by the percentage, that is 26%. So you discounted about 3,492 from the normal price of the amount that you just discounted. So if you want to increase the percentage, you can increase it so that you have it a very accurate percentage. So now if you put it, it will give you very accurate percentage the way it is. You see, it will give you something accurate, not like that. So this is how you get it and to know how much you discounted in whatever you are doing. So please, I think this is where we are going to stop. It's going to be a very long video for you to watch. So we're going to stop here. And okay, yeah. On here, on what? On the percentage, you say I should come back on what? On what? On what? I should come back on what? Okay, maybe it's a very, you send it long ago. Yeah, you send it long ago because you send it around 4:47, 9:47. So I will drop the video for you. You will watch the video. You will watch the video. You practice this, and you will wait for your assignment because your assignment will land tomorrow. I'll drop your assignment early tomorrow, and you are going to work on your assignment and to submit it tomorrow, or maybe next tomorrow you are going to submit because you have 24 hours to submit your assignment. So watch this, understand this, learn this, because it has everything to do with your assignment tomorrow. So I think we are going to call it a day. We have been here, it's been about 1 hour now. Yeah, because we started around 9:10, if I can recall. So let's stop here. Yeah. So I think let's call it today. My problem is dragging. I dragged here in my system, but it feels serious. I didn't get you. I didn't get your question at all. I didn't get your question. Maybe when you write one, for example, now I write one. If I drag it, yeah, definitely it's going to give me 1111. This is pill series. Just click here and you will see pill series. It will turn it to serial number for me if I want. I think it's not something, I don't know what you are talking about. If you can hear me, please expand your question. I didn't get you. Because every system, all what I'm doing is the same with all the system in the world, not only mine. Every system in the world is doing the same thing. There must be something you are doing wrong. And that's why you are getting maybe error or something like that. Like I said, if I put one here, I want to drag. I want to create 1111. All I need is to drag it. Then it will create 111 for me. And if I want to fill series it, I don't need to get out of it. Even if I get out, fill series is still there. Just click here, you will see fill series. Then it will turn to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will serialize it. It will come into serial number like this. Yeah. So okay, if you use formula in step 1 and you get the answer, that's all. You don't need to do any fill series. You don't need to do any fill series. You don't need. All you need equals to, for example, I say this plus this. I press enter. What do I need to do? All I need is to drag. And that's all. You don't need to touch anything. You drag. You don't need to do anything. You're not going to click pin series again. There is no any pin series here. And you will get the answer the way I did it now. Please practice it, because we did it today. I highly suggest you practice it. Maybe you will learn more and more. Because don't expect it, maybe we just did it now and you are with me, you try it. If it don't work, you think it just, yeah. How the answer appear in the remaining cells. Which cells? I didn't get you. And maybe you join us late, I think. I think you joined us maybe late. Watch the video, you will see how we got all the answers. How we got every figure. We follow it one after the other, because we started by only these two. This how we started. Only state and these two. We got everything with you together. So please watch the video. I think you will learn more and more in there. So let's call it a day. Please see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a wonderful dream.